Hello, brave awakened ones. Good morning. Bonjour. Buenos dias. Aloha. This is Lady V of Higher Realm Holistics, Veronica. And you can go to my website, higherrealmholistics.com, if you're interested in booking a session with me. Medical empathic intuitive, certified holistic integrative health nurse, Reiki master, certified in EFT tapping, and also higher realm magic high priestess. So if you're interested in my higher realm magic webinars, you can purchase them on higherrealmholistics.com. They're ready when you're ready. Also meditations. I have a bunch of meditations there also. And you could also purchase a t-shirt, Lady V's tees. There's tees, there's hoodies, and this is from my children's book, How the Caterpillar Flew, A Journey of Self-Discovery. Spread your wings and fly. This is my little butterfly. It's an awakening book for children, but I've heard plenty of adults reading it. It triggered them also. It came to me during a shamanic experience back in 2015 or 30, something like that, a while ago. And then I finally came out with the book. It took forever to do. All right, it was #1 new release book in rhyme in December of 2018 on Amazon, but it's available on all major online book retailers, including some Barnes & Nobles on the East Coast of America. I don't know where else it's available in Barnes & Nobles, but I know Barnes & Nobles has it on the shelf. Okay, so thank you Patreons and supporters and subscribers. Now, I wanted to make this video, and it's how to know you or a loved one or anyone is on the verge of an ascension breakthrough, okay? And the reason why I want to make this video, it's not because you guys necessarily need it, because been there, done that, you've been doing it for a while now, okay? It's because when the normies are in their awakening and they're about to hit ascension, and it's different levels, it's awakening, ascension, then you go through another stage of awakening, then you hit the ascension, then you go through another stage of awakening, then you go through that middle stage. I made a video back in 2018 called The Desert Place, and that's where you get that breakthrough, okay? So I'm going to do visual aids. I was guided to do visual aids and shown which tarot cards to use to give you guys a clear visual aid about it, so when you could recognize it easier in others, because it's easier to recognize in yourself than it is to recognize in others, okay? So if you have this visual aid in the back of your head and you could reference this video when people around you are going bananas, you know, and going through awakening and ascension, you are able to recognize it in the normies, in your family, loved ones, coworkers, whoever, and you're able to guide them through it easier and know, like, have an idea of what stages they're going through. And by the way, thank you for all the well wishes about the hurricane that's headed to Florida. That's okay. No worries. I got this. Okay? Category 4, maybe a 2. Okay? Enough said. Can't go too into it. Alrighty. So we're going to start on how to recognize ascension. Now, before you hit an ascension, you go through an awakening process. And the card that I was shown for the awakening process is the Death card. Okay? And as you see in the Death card, I've shown this card many times, that is the passing away of all the old structures in your life. Okay, and once you pass through these structures, there's a sun in the background, right? You go through this. It's like a systematic breaking down of what's going on in your life or that person's life. You know, when it comes to your belief system, family, monetary system, you know, to me this represents your job. The ship in the background means moving away, like you can move to a different place. These cards can be interpreted in different ways depending on what it is that you're trying to read. So I'm telling you my interpretation, the way it was shown to me by my oversoul, to help explain this awakening process. So this, to me, this represents the awakening process, okay, and all the old ways of life dropping down one by one, right? Being broken down one by one. And as you can see, there are towers in the background, right? So as these systems are being broken down, then you get to the point of this. The tower card, okay, which is back here. The tower card. Kaboom! Okay, that is like suddenly you have to move. Suddenly you lose this family member. They could pass away, or somebody stops talking to you, or you lose friends, changing jobs suddenly. It's like you're going through things are dropping off, and then you hit this big kaboom where it's a complete like decimation of the old. Like, okay, you're here, you're going into the desert place after that. Okay, you hit the kaboom, you're going into, the person, I should say, is going into the dark night of the soul. Okay, where you're looking at the remnants of the tower. Okay, they're looking at the remnants of the tower, of everything they lost, and mourning everything they lost, and that's okay. The thing is, when you get to this spot, it's about turning things around. Okay, you're mourning what is lost, but you're not seeing what's left that you could start building the new. Okay, this is what you're going through. This is the old passing away, and this is learning the new. This is the ascension part, actually. This is the ascension part. This is the awakening. You're awakening to the lies or what no longer serves you. This is the awakening part. Okay? And then this happens. And then this is actually the ascension part. This and the devil card are the two cards I despise the most in the entire deck. This is the dark night of the soul. Okay, and the dark night of the soul, pentacles usually represent money, but this also represents being isolated, being left out by loved ones, not feeling loved, not feeling wanted. You look and feel like this. As light workers, you know how that feels, and you're busy filled with regret and mourning. You're cloaked in this darkness. Okay, notice the black over here and the black over there. This is a stage you don't want to be stuck in too long. Okay, and with that stage, why would it be here? Okay, if you're able to turn this around and turn this around, you're able to see what is before you. Okay, so this is the point where you have to try to turn these two around. The person will have to try turn these around, which is where you could come in as a light worker, help them to turn it around, to see what they do have, to see what blessings are behind them. This is what I'm working with right now with my sister, my older sister, and my daughter, because they both got hit hard. I saw it coming and I kept warning them. Do you not notice all this is passing away? You're about to hit the tower where it's about to come kabooming down. That's exactly what I told them, that you're going to have a sudden hit. You're going to wake up finally to all this stuff that has passed away that you haven't been paying attention to and addressing it as it's going. So this hits. Okay, and I'm trying to help them turn these around. So far, I got my daughter to turn it around. I just got off the phone with her. So far, I got her to turn this around, and it's like counting your blessings, seeing the mess before you, and then figuring out, what do I have left over? What can I build on? What is left? Because what is left is what you can build the new on. Okay, so this is the ascension part. You have to rise above this part. And when you turn these around and you're noticing what you have left, okay, and then they get to this stage. Spiritual contemplation. You're in a holding pattern. Okay? And while you're in this holding pattern, you're getting the spiritual wisdom and knowledge. You're being guided by 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 someone like me, or you guiding your loved one and friend. You're being guided, and you're being guided by the light. You're being guided by the wisdom, okay, to get through the desert place. Being guided to get through the desert place and to walk away from things you may have loved. See, that you're in the desert place. You're walking away, being guided by the light of wisdom, okay, to walk away from the things that you may have loved, okay, from people and work and places. You're walking away from it because it's no longer serving you. The cups are empty and you're walking away. It served its purpose. You're walking away, okay? But you can be stuck in this. Here's the deal. Before you can walk away, a lot of times people are stuck in this, okay? Like if you're not getting this to turn around and going into this stage, you could be stuck in this, where you're stuck in your mind. But you see how even though she's stuck in her mind, the bandages, the ties are loose. She could easily loosen herself. But she's stuck in her mind, and the water represents emotions. She's stuck in emotions. She has one foot in the water, stuck in the emotions. That's why the dark ones, the negative ones, are trying, the cabal, whatever, are trying so hard to just keep people in their emotions. Because if you're stuck in your emotions, you're stuck in your mind, but look, there are no swords behind her. There are no swords before her. She could easily walk out of there. But if you're stuck in your emotions, stuck in your mind, and not in this stage, you're unable to walk away from these empty cups that no longer serve. Okay? Notice if this is turned upside down, that means you're able to loosen yourself, or they are able to loosen themselves and walk along that path. Walk along the winding river, because the river's, it's guiding you. Okay? So, walking away, setting yourself free from this, allows you to leave the troubled waters behind. But look, to me, they're being guided by the hermit energy, the hermit spirit, this person, and this energy, I should say, not person. This energy could be a person, could be you, could be me, or it could be yourself. If you, like me, I have to do it myself, or you're doing it yourself. You still have all this on your mind, but like you made your way through it, and you're being guided away from it. Okay? And then once you reach the shores, you're at your new beginning. You're liberated and you're at your new beginning, or they're at their new beginning and liberated and ready to start anew. Which I just got after, like, my daughter's the one that's, the phone ringing is what snapped me out of my meditation that I was just doing. And I was deep in meditation. I was with the Syrian energy, and I was told for myself that I'm not just me, but those of us who are on this light worker path, with the September coming, which is in 2 days, that we are entering this new path, this new level. Depends on where you are. If you're able to push through all of this and you set your stage, that's what we've been working on, setting our stage, building our foundations to get up on our stage, our next stage, which is, I was told this is the height of our ascension by the end of this year, because 2020, it's about really going into full service. I mean, I already completed my spiritual divine mission. Everything I'm doing is a labor of love. So I'm continuing on. So my next thing as a master builder, as a 22, is taking on my Syrian energy, and that Syrian energy being used as that master builder, which I've had the plans on what I could build since 2012 in binders and 5-subject notebooks. Things I didn't even know I knew anything about. I had to question friends who were in the field, and they're like, how did you know this? How did you know about this? I'm like, I don't know. I just woke up with these diagrams in my head and how to do it, and I don't know. All I know is if I choose to, I'm going to do it, which I'm choosing to, so I'm going to do it. So I hope that made some sort of sense, resonated with some people out there. I'm just putting it out there. I throw it out there. Catch it if you'd like. Okay. Yeah. So September, for those of us who are at a certain stage of ascension, we're hitting that stage. We're setting it up. We already set up our stage. We're ready to go hit that stage to the next level to start. I keep seeing 22. So it's for us who are master builders. We're going to be doing the preliminaries of what we're going to be launching come 2020. And I was told, I was seeing sparks like crazy. It was like non-stop sparks. I was working with Thoth and Isis this morning. And I was shown that, let me try to put into words what I was shown and taken to. Now it's like I have over here hurts the side of my head all of a sudden. It's like trying to remember makes my head hurt. Yeah, we set the stage. Yeah, that it must be prepared. Like we're preparing, we're going to get everything we need to prepare to launch however big we're supposed to launch come 2020. But during this whole time, the earth will be cleansing itself. There is going to be a lot going on, but we just push through and we keep building, because once the dust settles come 2022, when the dust settles, that is when we'll be fully operational, but the humans, the Earthians will be coming as we are building. They need a place, whatever it is that you're doing. And I have a huge roster of things that I'm supposed to be doing. So whatever it is we're doing, as we're building, they're coming. As they're awakening and ascending, they're coming. Okay, and remember, their ascension is very different from our ascension. My ascension is very different from your ascension. I have a forerunner ascension. Some people, second, third wavers, however it works. You could be a master number 22. I'm a 22 and a 55. But, I'm a forerunner and you could be a second waver. However that works. Okay? So that's it. I hope that makes sense to everyone. Namaste. Thank you for being here. And don't forget, this Sunday coming up, I have a webinar on bringing in the pillar of light, and it is Syrian energy, bringing in that pillar of light to clear your energy, or you could do it to clear your loved one's energies. I do it, just as long as they accept it, to clear their energy. You don't have to ask them. You could talk to them telepathically, not verbally, because their higher self will know better and give you the permission than their ego. Clear that, and then put a pyramid of light, of protection around you, around your home, around your loved ones, around your area, and expand on it. That's what I've been doing, and I do that every single night. Every day I do it for the past 2 years, ever since I was shown how to do it. I've been doing it. All right? So that's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, Lady V out. See you guys later. Namaste. We got the victory. We got this. Bye.